Good morning and hi, welcome to my YouTube channel or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have a little bit of a location change. I moved my vanity into my bathroom and I am really hoping that it works out because I have a lot more space in my bedroom if I have this here, but it's a little bit tricky with the litter box and my cats. They now think that my vanity is their play area. So we're gonna work on that and see how it goes. But I did want to film this video. I get a lot of questions about this and it's definitely something I want to talk about, especially because I had such an exciting jump in my career. But I want to talk about my journey with modeling and how things looked for me the past couple of years and how I ended up being one of the newest QVC HSN models because I'm very excited about it and I would just love to talk about it. So I'm going to get ready for my day and just talk about everything. And yeah, I do have my skin prepped, but as I am looking at myself in the mirror, which is like right here, my fake tanner on my neck is looking a little weird. But you know what? We're just gonna go with it and hope for the best. So let's get into it. Okay, I have a little clips in. I got these clips at Primark. They were 8 clips for $2, so I got them. They also came in black too. And I think this is how you're supposed to use them. Like they're supposed to just pull back the front pieces of your hair. I don't know. I see all the other girlies wear them, so I wanted to give them a try, but I don't really know if they look normal on me, but whatever. Now you're starting to see why I think this might be a little bit of a problem, but we're gonna push through. Okay, so to be completely transparent, all my brushes just fell out of my bag. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. To be completely transparent, I never really saw modeling being for me. And for a decent amount of reasons, like when I was growing up, like when I was a little kid, I was definitely a lot more outgoing than I was in middle school and high school. I was very insecure about my appearance when I was in middle school and high school. So like obviously like I was just like, no, I'm never gonna model like ever. And I had done like some fit modeling things at that age, but fit modeling isn't like really modeling. Like they don't really care what you look like. They just use the size of your body. And you know what, like modeling is such an inclusive industry. And I did want to say before I got into like this entire video, modeling is more than just what you see in New York or LA or Miami. There is modeling everywhere. There is modeling down the street from you probably. Like there are agencies everywhere. And I think that a lot of people fail to realize how big the industry actually is because people just automatically assume like, oh my gosh, Harper's Bazaar, oh my gosh, like, you know what I mean? Like Vogue, like no, there's so much more going on than that. And sometimes I feel like people don't take me seriously when I talk about doing modeling like as like a half career because I'm not in New York or LA or Miami, but as you will hear, there is a lot that goes into it outside of the giant metropolitan cities. So I just wanted to say that I don't think I'm like a huge recognizable name. I don't think that I am like Bella Hadid. I don't think I'm ever going to be like Bella Hadid, but I just wanted to clarify that because I think a lot of people have like some preconceived notions about it where they just automatically assume like, oh my God, you like modeling means like you're in New York. Like, no, it's a lot more than that. But like I was saying, I never really saw that being something I would do. And a big part of it was like because of my insecurities. And, you know, that makes sense. But as I got older, I definitely became a lot more confident. And I never submitted to any agencies. Sorry, oh my God, my allergies have been so bad recently that tickles when I do like under my nose. But I hadn't submitted to any agencies. I wasn't really interested in that. But something I did like was Instagram. And I love that I could go on Instagram and just kind of like post whatever I want. I could plan out outfits that I wanted to wear. Like I could pose however I wanted to. And it was just me shooting by myself, like either in a parking garage or something like that. And I didn't really consider it like modeling, like maybe like Instagram modeling, like a touch. And this is when I was like 20 years old. So like I was just kind of getting into it because I liked having like control over what I was shooting and things like that. But again, not really modeling. And the first time I ever really got like a real gig besides fit modeling was at, I believe I was 20. Yeah, I was 20 years old. And this photographer had reached out to me. And like I had gotten like in touch with a lot of photographers in the area because it's really normal because I would tag my stuff with like, oh, like hashtag model, hashtag modeling. Like I wasn't modeling. Like I was just trying to get like views on my posts. Oh, that was a lot of foundation. So like a lot of like local photographers were like following me, like interacting with me, and it was nice. But like I never set up any shoots. Like I just didn't see that like happening for me. Like I wasn't like super interested in that. But there was this one photographer that I had followed for a while, and like I loved his work because he shoots like a lot of beautiful women. Like you could tell, oh my gosh, you can so tell when a photographer loves like women and like wants to appreciate women for being women, like not in a creepy way, not in a like sexual way, like no, like genuinely just loves women. So I really appreciated his work. Like never had anything like set up with him or anything, but like we would interact like here and there. Like I'd comment on his post, he would comment on mine. He's like an older man. And one day I was like on my Instagram and I look at my DMs and I see that he had messaged me and he was like, hey, sorry for the random message, but is there any chance you're available tomorrow to come into Boscov's? I need a blonde junior's size model and everyone that I know is booked. Would you be interested? And I was like, modeling for what? I was like, wait, what is this? And it's so easy to get scammed on social media that I was obviously extremely hesitant, but I had already seen this guy and like I knew he was credible. Like I had followed him for probably 2 years at this point. So I was like, wait, like modeling what? Like, what do you mean? And he's like, it's just like e-commerce, like juniors clothing, like nothing inappropriate. It's literally Boscov's. I was like, oh, okay, like that's true. Like it's Boscov's. Like Boscov's is like the opposite of inappropriate. So I was like, oh, okay, like let me get back to you. Like let me talk to my mom, like just because like this is a man I had never met in person before asking me to come and model for him. Like you can see the red flags there. So I texted my mom. I was like, hey, like, what do you think of this opportunity? Like, should I take it? And she's like, I think that you should. I don't know why you wouldn't, especially if you've like followed him for years and he's like reputable and you know other people who know him. Like I forgot to mention that. I had friends who had shot with him before and had nothing but like positive, nice things to say about him. So I was like, okay, like I'll do it. And my mom told my grandma about it. And if you know what Boscov's is like a very, kind of like an older, like catered to an older demographic brand. It's been around for a while, but the clothing styles like aren't my favorite. I do get stuff from there sometimes. I was literally there last week and I got something, but I get basics from there. Like the clothing just isn't really my style, and it's more for like older women or like women maybe like 40s and up, I would say. My grandma was a Boscov super fan, okay? And when my grandma heard about this, she was over the moon excited for me. Like Boscov's to my grandma is like Victoria's Secret to me. Like her like thinking that I was gonna go like model for Boscov's was like me thinking I was gonna walk in the Victoria's Secret fashion show, which completely ridiculous, I know. But my grandma was so excited. She called me and she was like, oh my God, like this is your break, like your big break. Like this is like your moment. Like this is where you're gonna like get famous and all this. And I'm like, okay, grandma, I'm like, I don't really know about all that. It's just Boscov's. Like again, like it's a cool job. Like, I'm not knocking the job, but I didn't see it as like anything super crazy because obviously I couldn't tell the future. But I was excited. My grandma was like, do you want me to come and be like your manager? Do you want me to come and like be like your agent or something? Like, do you want me to come and like be on set with you and like have them like just talk to me about everything? Like I was 21 at the time. I wasn't like 16. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I don't know. Like maybe next time, if there is a next time, like just because like I did not know what to expect. Like this was completely new and like very foreign to me. And looking back now that like my grandmom's no longer with us, I really wish that I would have brought her with me because she would have absolutely loved it and had a time of her life there. So I do have some regrets there. But I went, I did the shoot. It was really chill. I like e-commerce. I still do a lot of e-commerce and it's been 4.5, 5 years. And it wasn't like super intimidating. And even like the photographer, he was like, honestly, you have a natural talent for this. Like, why don't you get into modeling? And I still wasn't feeling like super great like about my appearance. I was like, oh, like I don't know, like I don't really know if it's for me. Like I was a college student at the time. Like I was doing a lot of promotional modeling, which in my opinion isn't really modeling, but that's a different story for a different day. But I was like, I don't know, like maybe. I was like, I would consider it. Like I don't know. And it just made me kind of nervous because it was new to me. It was all very new to me. But he was like a great connection to make, and I still talk to him like to this day. Like I love him so much. But what ended up happening is these photos went out in the Boscov's catalog, and oh my god, sorry, my allergies. In the catalog, like you could see it was me. Like, oh my gosh, my grandma, she cut me out of every single magazine, brought them into her hairdresser, brought them with her everywhere. Anyone that would listen to my grandma talk about me being in the Boscov's catalog, she would tell them everything. Like if they would listen, my grandma would tell them. And it was so funny because again, like Boscov's, like to my age demographic, is just kind of like, oh yeah, like it's Boscov's, like, you know? And I did end up getting made fun of for it a little bit too, but whatever. But the catalog came out and the photographer had texted me. He was like, hey, exciting news. I was like, oh, like what? Like, do you need me to come back in or something? I don't like the way this eyebrow's looking. And he's like, well, actually, the catalog just got printed last week and 3 of the agencies in Philadelphia messaged me and were like, who is this girl? Like, we don't know her. Like, we haven't seen her before. Like, is she signed? Is she with an agency? Does she have like representation? Like, who is this? And I was like, oh, really? Like, I was excited, you know, like trying to contain my excitement a little bit because like I was still like really nervous and scared. But I was like, wait, really? That's like really cool. He's like, yeah, like I think that you should talk to them because they're all interested in signing you. And I was like, what? Like they are? Like, I don't know. Like I did not really see myself like as a model because going into that shoot, I had no experience. No experience at all. Like that was literally my first like ever photo shoot like that where it was like professional, semi-professional, whatever. And I was like, what do you mean like they want to sign me? Like I don't really know what I'm doing. Like I don't know what is going on. And he's like, why don't you call me? We can talk about it. Like I'll give you a rundown of like what the agencies are around here, like who represents what. Like you want to find like an agency whose board you stick out on. So I was like, okay, like I'm down for that. Like that sounds cool. And he calls me and he kind of like goes over everything. And between all the agencies, the one that I ended up going with and I'm still assigned with to this day had a better representation for my look because a lot of the agencies in Philadelphia, like it's not, again, like not a major metropolitan city, and I understand that, but it is super easy to get lost on an agency's board. If you have a very similar look to some of the other girls, if you have like very similar like skin tone, feature, whatever, it's really easy. And a lot of the other boards had a lot of blondes. So I was like, you know what, like I'll go with this agency. And it was that simple. Like she emailed me and said, hi, like my name is so-and-so and I'm super excited to work with you, and sent me over like everything that I would need. I set up a portfolio shoot with the Boscov's photographer. Like he did help me out so much by getting into this industry. Like I never would have expected that to happen based off of just shooting for Boscov's once. And my agency, like, yes, it's a local agency, but like they do jobs that are all over the place. Like sometimes I'll get stuff from Florida, sometimes I'll get stuff in New York. Like it's great. I don't usually take the Florida ones because like I don't want to fly down there just for like a day, but I see them. I get the castings, and it was kind of surreal in that moment because it felt very reassuring and it felt very just, it felt good because of how insecure I was about my appearance. It felt good to be like, oh my gosh, like, well, I can't be that bad, right? Like, I don't know why. It sounds really toxic. And like looking back, like I don't like that I was thinking like that. I was looking at it almost like as validation, which I should have not done that, you know? But it's been a couple of years, I've matured and grown. But still, it was very like reassuring and like definitely boosted my confidence a lot. Like you could not talk crazy to me at that point in my life. I was like, yeah, well, no, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. But I still like was very excited about it, and all my friends and family were super excited for me. And I was like, I wonder what this is gonna look like for me. Like, I wonder what this is going to mean for me in the next couple of years. And you know, the day I got signed, oh, I have to sneeze. Oh, itchy. The day I got signed, the next day, I'm gonna try and ignore this sneeze. The next day, like literally the next day, I got booked by a brand that is literally in every single mall. I've never, whoa, that looks crazy on camera. I have never met a single person that hasn't heard of this brand before. Like I know everyone would recognize it, and some people do know it, but like I don't want to name like brand names and this stuff. Like please respect that if you do know what I'm talking about. But they booked me the very next day and I was absolutely panicking because again, the only experience that I had was a shoot for my portfolio at this point and going into Boscov's. That was it, okay? And I'm like, wait, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I was so anxious and so scared. I sat up like the whole night before this shoot, like which was literally the day after I got signed, and watched YouTube videos like how to do e-commerce, how to do commercial poses, how to do this, that, whatever. I probably watched like 14 hours worth of YouTube videos before I pulled up to this like shoot because I wanted to come in prepared. I was not going to pull up and embarrass myself. And you know, I think they could tell I was new, but they were very, very nice about it the first time I went in. And I really appreciated that because I was pretty transparent too. I was like, hi, this is my like second shoot ever. And I just got signed yesterday. So, and they were like, oh my gosh, it's no problem. Like we can give you direction. I was like, thank God, like thank Christ. And it was really fun. And it was like a really unique look. I'll leave it at that. But it was a very unique look. And it was a lot of fun, you know, I really enjoyed it. And then from there, I was booking like a lot of local stuff. Like I've done apartment opening photo shoots, like branding photo shoots, bridal is my thing. And I'm gonna get into that. But it was a really, really great, like rewarding experience. And I was just really proud of myself for like overcoming my insecurities and overcoming like just like all the negative things I felt about myself, because I'm very hard on myself in a lot of ways. Like I feel like I constantly say to myself like, oh my God, like why are you doing this? Like, you know, like you're gonna mess this up. Like, why are you doing this? Like, you know, like you're gonna like feel like embarrassed and insecure, like all this stuff. And I always talk myself out of things. And it was a really big step for me to go and do this, even if it is on like a smaller scale compared to like other people. But I don't really like to compare it. Comparison is the thief of joy. I just appreciate the experience for what it is. And it's been a lot of fun, and that's what I was like about to get into. I have figured out my niche and like where I think I fit in the most, which in my opinion and based off of my bookings is bridal, which I adore so much. I absolutely love doing bridal. I think my last 12 photo shoots were all bridal. And I don't know what it is about my look. And even when I do work with a new makeup artist, they're always like, oh my God, like you have like such a bridal look. I'm like, I don't know what it is. Like, I guess I just look like a bride, but I don't know. It's a compliment. I take it as a compliment because I feel like bridal is very feminine and gorgeous and exciting. And it's really funny because a lot of people, sorry if I keep swallowing, my allergies are so bad, but a lot of people are always like, oh my gosh, like you're probably so prepared like for your wedding day, like you're gonna know exactly what you want for hair and makeup, like oh my gosh, like you're going in with so much experience. And yes, I am going in with so much experience, but no, I have absolutely no idea what I want for my wedding. I'm not engaged, I'm not getting married anytime soon, but I have no idea. I have probably tried on close to like 150 wedding dresses in my life. And there have been 2 that I liked. And out of those 2, there was 1 that I loved. And that was it. And the rest of them, I was just like, oh my God, like I really don't like any of these dresses. And it started to make me nervous. I'm like, why do I not like any of these dresses on me? And I started thinking like, oh my God, maybe it's because I'm just not in like a bridal mindset. And like, I'm not looking for a wedding dress. Maybe that's why I don't see myself in a wedding dress like that. But regardless, it's an amazing industry to work in. It is very, very friendly, which I like, and it is very inclusive, it is very welcoming, and I have never had a bad bridal experience in my life. And regarding like bad experiences with other companies, I've just had comments made about my body. I've had comments made about like my skin, like because you know, like as a woman, as other women, there's my allergies, can definitely relate to. My weight will fluctuate sometimes, and especially last year, I was dealing with a lot of health problems and my weight was fluctuating a lot. and it was completely out of my control. I was on steroids for a couple of different issues that I was having, and I couldn't do anything about it, like other than just kind of live. And you know, like the comments about my body, or like maybe like my size is being a little bit different than my portfolio temporarily, was really frustrating. And I had actually taken a step away from modeling for a while, until I really started to get into bridal, which is when I fell back in love with it, which is probably like more 2 years ago. Like last year, like the weight issue was temporary, but 2 years ago, like there were still comments being made about my body, and it just made me feel very insecure as someone who already has like body image issues and has had like a lot of past problems regarding that. So I took a step away for a while, and I'm so thankful I found like the bridal niche, because I fell back in love with modeling. And I do mostly commercial anyways. Like if you can't tell by looking at me, I am not a high fashion model. I don't even like to call myself a model at all. I don't know why, it just makes me uncomfortable. I just don't like to say that. Like I do because it's my job, or one of my jobs, but I don't know, I don't like the way it sounds to me. I don't know, my self-confidence issues, whatever. Take the therapy. But thank God for bridal, because if I hadn't found that, I don't really know what I'd be doing right now. Like I'm very grateful for that. And I would love to do like a video, and I've had a lot of like Philly brides, or like people that I knew that were getting married, be like, can you send me all of your makeup photos that you have and all of the makeup artists, and like just show me what you look like in these different styles of makeup, because it's kind of easier to see like what someone's style is when you have the exact same face in like every single like photo. So I've had so many people receive these like giant albums of photos of me with like my hair and makeup done from like different stylists and artists, which I think is fun. I really like it. It's just like a very enjoyable industry to work in. But that kind of leads me into my exciting news that I haven't really spoken about too much, but because I've only had one training session so far, but the process was very fun. And I guess I was like officially technically like hired last week after my first training session. I can't tell if these are even. Do these look even to you? You won't even see it when I put on mascara. But I am one of QVC HSN's nose models, and I am so excited. I did not know what to expect, and it's kind of like a known thing if you live in Philadelphia that one of the biggest jobs and most sought after jobs around here is QVC, because the QVC bookings are consistent and they're well paid, and it's an amazing environment, and it's a great, like everyone has a great attitude, everyone's always in a good mood, everyone's always excited. My nose is so itchy. And I felt like in love with the vibes. Like the first time I went, I got a casting from my agency, and it was kind of rare because QVC, at least this is from what I've heard, so take it with a grain of salt, but that they get like their models and they kind of keep their same models. And I mean, it makes sense, you know, like they're already like live studio trained or whatever, and you know, it makes a lot of sense. So when I got this, I was like, oh my gosh, like I want to do this so bad. Like, this sounds so fun. And I look at the date, and the date was when I was in Florida. And it was like a family vacation, so like I was not getting out of it. Not that I wanted to, but you know. And I was so stressed out. I called my mom. I'm like, oh my God, my QVC asked me to come in, but it's when we're in Florida. Like, what do I do? Like, I don't want to miss this opportunity. Like, I'm stressed out. And she's like, why don't you just email them, explain that this is like a family vacation that's been planned for, I think, months at that point, and that you need to reschedule. And I was like, okay, I'll try. Like, I had never been to the QVC like studio park, and I had never been like on like live TV, so like I don't know like how their bookings work or anything really. So I was like, please, like please, like tell me like have me come in like the next week after or something. Like I was so excited, and I immediately wanted it. I immediately wanted the job. I immediately was like yes, because I have been feeling very uninspired with my work. If I'm going to be honest, I have been feeling very uninspired in life and just so many realms. And I have the things that I love, and I thank God every day for my cats, because I think that my cats keep me sane and my cats keep me grounded. My cats keep me from laying in bed all day. They save me in a lot of areas. But I emailed QVC, I just had spit there. I'm gonna cover that up with an emoji or something. But I emailed QVC back and my agency back and was like, hi, like, I'm sorry, I'm actually gonna be on vacation that day. Like, I'm gone that whole week. Like, is there any way I could push it back? And they never answered me. And I was like, no. I was so upset. And then the week I got back, they emailed me. Like, I was so dramatic for no reason. I was on the verge of tears about it too. I was really upset. But they emailed me. I'm like, hi, Liv, can you come in tomorrow? Like, it was no big deal. I was like, yeah. Like, I was gonna take it to the grave that I cried about it, but I guess not now. Oh well. And I went in, and it was just kind of like, I guess, any casting. They took my picture. I had like very light makeup on, very natural hair done. They took my sizes. They took, you know, like all my information down. They're like, where do you live? Like, are you local to here? Like all that stuff. I was like, yeah, I live in Philly. And because they're in Westchester. But wow, my allergies are really bothering me. I need to take a, what are those called? Zyrtec or something. Ugh. But I didn't know like what the timeline was really looking for in terms of QVC. Like, I don't know how quick their turnaround is. Like, we didn't really have like a lot of details because there were a few other girls from my agency there too, and the one has become like one of my favorite people. Love her. Michelle, if you're watching this, I love you. But I got like another email later that week. We're like, can you come in Thursday to meet with this vendor? And again, like, I have no idea how any of this works. So like, I'm like, oh, like, I'm meeting a vendor. Like, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Like, I'm assuming it's a good thing, obviously, but I had no idea. And going in, we had to wear no makeup, which I didn't like at all. Because if you saw me in the beginning of this video, I have under eye veins. You can probably still see them now. I have under eye veins that have a decent amount of color to them. And I can't stand them. I really can't stand them at all. I used to be really, really insecure about them because this boy made fun of me for them in middle school and drew a picture and whatever. Let's not dwell on it. But I used to be very insecure about them. And so I realized that I got them from my dad. And now, like, every time I look in the mirror and every time I see them, it makes me think of my dad in like a positive way. And like, I can't hate these. Like, I got these from my dad. Like, I can't hate these. Like, this is like a trait from my dad. So I really changed my way of thinking with them. I don't really mind them anymore. They're like whatever now. But I was nervous. Like, I didn't know if they were looking for like girls with like acne, girls with like pigmentation in their skin or hyperpigmentation, girls with like rosacea, because it was a makeup brand. It was Dalton. I'll just say it was Dalton. And I actually use I just used one of their products. Actually, love this concealer. Oh no, Super Coverage Concealer. The branding is like wiping off. I've had this for forever. Best concealer. 100% best concealer. But I went and met with the vendor and it was super exciting. But like the communication was not like super fast. And especially because it's more, my camera just cut off for low storage. But what I was saying is it's like third party like communication. So it will be like, oh, like they send it to your agency and your agency sends it to you and then you reply back to them, and it's a little confusing sometimes, but I'm getting the hang of it. Okay, I am getting the hang of it. But I hadn't heard anything back for a couple of days and I'm like, maybe it's just gonna take a while, I don't know. And then I get an email like, hi, like Liv, like, are you available for a boot camp next week? And I was like, yeah, I am. Like, I'm so available for a boot camp next week. And it was so fun. I had like one of the best days I like ever for a long time, or in a long time. I had so much fun. It was such a good time. And I got to meet all these other women. It was so inclusive. I loved it. And like everyone was so nice and friendly and outgoing. And it was so fun to just meet like all these other women who also like wanted it that bad. Like when you're around other people who were motivated and excited just like you, like it just kind of like makes you more motivated and more excited. So I had a really, really great day. And then I didn't hear anything back for a while. And then out of nowhere, I got an email and it was like, hi Liv, are you available for live training next week? And I was like, yeah, I am. So I went in last Thursday. It was super, super fun. I was not really nervous. I thought I was going to be super nervous, but I wasn't. But then again, it's kind of hard to be nervous because it's like a live TV thing. So it's not like you're in front of an audience. Like you have the cameras and the screen, but you don't know how many people are actually watching. And I think that's a good thing. I just sneezed so bad. Look at my eyes watering. Where's my bronzer? I swear it keeps disappearing. I saw it recently, I know I did. But I had my first training last week, and now I'm just waiting to hear about my next training days. I'm very, very, very excited. So many people watched me last week, and it was like really, really funny. It was like my boyfriend's family, my family, like some of my like cousins, some of my friends, some of my like aunts and uncles. Like one of my uncles actually saw it by accident. Like he was just watching HSN and texted my mom and was like, "Is that Liv on HSN right now?" My mom was like, "Yeah, it is." And he was like, "No way, like I'm watching it." And I was like, "Wait, that girl looks like Liv." And it was, but very, very exciting. And I'm super thrilled to have this opportunity. I have been praying for something new and exciting to come into my life. And I think that this is just perfect. And I think that this is just exactly what I have been waiting for, or hopefully just like training for, I guess, the past couple of years with modeling. And you know, like having like a few like bad experiences and like a few insecurities. I think that this is going to be like a really great like place for me. All of the women are so amazing. I absolutely adore every single woman I've met so far, like from the models to the stylists to the people on set. Like I have loved everyone so far, and I'm so excited. And I just wanted to talk like a little bit about like what it's gonna, hopefully I get more information soon. Like I know HSN is moving up here from Florida, and I think that they are officially moving in the middle of June or towards the end of June. So I believe my bookings will become more consistent and communication will become more consistent by that point, like once they're officially up here. But I know that they have been trying to just like organize everything, which I'm sure has been so much work and so just a lot, because I believe they got hit by a hurricane, if I'm correct. But still, do I need more blush? I feel like I might need a little bit more blush. But still, I'm very excited. Those are the details that I have so far. My camera cut off again. What I was saying is follow my Instagram, because I will be probably posting the times that I'm like on air if you guys want to watch, or if anyone wants to watch. So I'll be more consistent on there, obviously because this is YouTube. I'll post like more content on there about it too. Unless you guys want to see more here, I'd be happy to do more here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm very, very, very excited. Also, I wanted to put out a little bit of like some feelers about making content for people who are just getting into modeling, because I have had a couple of years now. I do know like a lot, like I've talked to other agencies in New York, but wasn't a fit for me. And I would be happy to get into that in a separate video if you or anyone is interested in a video where it's more, oh my God, my brown eyeliner? Where did this come from? I have been missing this for like 2 months, and it's on my desk. How's it even possible? But a video for new models who are just getting started out and what to expect, what to avoid. Creepy men. I could get into that in a different video if you'd be interested. So let me know. I'll do like a final check-in where I have like my lipstick on, because I do look a little odd right now, and I don't know if this is what I want to wear today or not. It's still chilly here in New York. I'm not in New York. It's still chilly here in Philadelphia. I don't know why I said that, but it's like 50 degrees today or something like that. Lame. Oh, I got mascara on my eye. Gotta get that off. All right, BRB, and I will check in when I get my lipstick on. Wow, it got a lot brighter in here. Super bright. Wow, it got a lot brighter in here. I lied, I'm actually doing my lipstick on camera. It's just Pillow Talk. I love this lipstick, this is my favorite. I have a mini, but it's almost out, so I gotta get a big one. I got the small one because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, and I love it. Alrighty, well, that's all for this video. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe. Follow my other social medias. I'll put them in the description below.
Very excited for the future, very excited about everything, and also super excited to just like make more content like this. I really enjoy making these videos, and now that I got my new bathroom vanity set up, I am feeling re-motivated to start shooting again because my room's a mess having my vanity in there. I'm already a mess like as is, so having my like vanity and all my makeup was just a little bit too much. So thank you so much for watching, and comment any videos you want to see from me or any interest or whatever, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.